Welcome to the Nicholas 11x12 technology. Today we're looking at the Aerocool Aero-1000 mid-tower case. Now as you can see, Aerocool is heading in a completely different direction in terms of design than we've seen from Aerocool in the past. However, this is my direction. Exactly my taste, and I'm sure many enthusiasts will agree with me on that one. It's simple and minimalistic, yet looks very fresh and modern. Another factor that makes this case so interesting is the price. Right now, at the time of this video, this Aero-1000 costs just around $70 US, which really is awesome for a case with that design. I'm really excited taking a look at this case today. Thank you very much Aerocool for sending me this case and actually making this review possible. All that is in the box, as always, is the case itself and a user's manual. That's all we need. So as I've said before, with the Aero-1000, Aerocool is heading in a whole different direction in terms of design. It might not be the design you necessarily like, but a lot of people, including myself, really like its simple and minimalistic designs when it comes to cases. Well, not just cases, but other components as well. I find it really brave of Aerocool since, while not abandoning their traditional eye-catching gaming case designs, they're slowly moving away from that design and go for more minimalistic designs. Well, let's not say move away, more like add to their repertory. It's really nice having a fairly large, transparent acrylic side panel window here. I've asked Aerocool to send me the black version of this case, but it's also available in white. Once again, this is a mid-tower case and is 21 centimeters wide, 50 high, and about 49.2 centimeters deep. On the top are the easily accessible I/O ports, the power button which lights up blue by the way, the reset button, 2 USB 3.0 ports, and the headphone and mic jacks. Right on top we get a nice removable magnetic dust filter for easy cleaning. You can install up to 2 120mm fans or up to 2 140mm ones, or mount up to a 240 or 280mm water cooling radiator up here. Well, this part basically is the water cooling compartment here. In the front there are 2 5¼ drive bays that easily come out by using these silver latches. The installation of 5¼ drives is toolless. The front mesh cover can easily be taken off by a single push right there. The mesh is out of metal, nice. Behind that cover is a removable dust filter, and behind that one are 2 pre-installed 120mm fans running at about 1200 RPM at max. Here in the front you could also install up to 2 140mm fans as well as up to a 240 or 280mm radiator. To be able to install a radiator here, you'd have to take out the HDD rack, which is held in place by 2 thumb screws on the other side. The removal of the HDD rack is simple and straightforward. The side panels come off fairly easy as well, and don't have too much of a flex to them considering the low pricing. This Aero-1000 supports standard ATX, Micro-ATX as well as Mini-ITX motherboard form factors, and I'm really impressed to see rubber grommets for tidy cable management and holds just in right spots for the most efficient cable management. Also we get a nice big CPU cutout hole for CPU cooler backplates to make the installation easier. The HDD rack can hold up to 3 3.5-inch/2.5-inch drives, and the installation is easy and fast. The trays just slide in and out. Again, the HDD rack is removable. The 2 thumb screws for it are on the other side. Then right below of it, we have a rack just for 2.5-inch drives. 2 drives can be installed in it. And below of that rack is an additional 3.5-inch/2.5-inch rack that can hold up to 2 drives. In one of the trays is the accessory box, in which we find all the required screws and even a good amount of cable ties. Here as you can see, we have the front panel cables all kept in black, which is very nice. The power supply sits on these 4 little soft paddings and gets enough air to breathe, plus this case has some high case feed. Of course there's a removable dust filter for the PSU. This case comes with a total of 7 expansion slots, and pre-installed on the rear is a 120mm fan. You could for instance also replace that fan with a 120mm radiator. On the rear we also get 2 water cooling holes. On the other side, as you can see, there's quite a lot of room for cable management, especially when considering the fairly low price point. That's quite impressive. On the bottom of the case are 4 rubber feet, and the case is raised quite a bit again, leaving much air for a bottom mounted PSU. Without a doubt, the Aero-1000 supports high-end air CPU coolers too, with a max height of 170mm. As for graphics cards, you can install GPUs with lengths of up to 410mm when the HDD rack is removed. Unfortunately, GPUs with a length of 28cm or more will not fit without having to remove that rack. That's a bit disappointing. Aerocool could have made this case just a little bit deeper and the problem would have been solved. That's the first major drawback here. But other than that, the case handles the installed hardware very well. The Aerocool Aero-1000 is a really good mid-tower case, especially at an attractive price point of about $70. I really like that minimalistic design Aerocool went for, but you've heard that often enough from me now, but in my opinion Aerocool is bridging a real gap in the market. There are only very few such cases available, not to speak of a price point way under the $100 mark. Yeah, sure, the price is noticeable since the material is not very thick, but all in all the build quality is solid, I'd say. The Aero-1000 supports the latest hardware and the installation easy and fast. But there's one drawback. To install long high-end graphics cards you have to remove the HDD rack. But then, if you need more space for your HDDs, the remaining drive base probably will limit you there. Cable management works surprisingly well, and thanks to the rubber grommets the system even makes a tidy impression. Not to forget are the dust filters. Aerocool definitely seems to be listening and makes this obligatory, and to be honest, it really is. 3 fans are pre-installed already, which again is impressive at this price point. At this price point you'll agree with me, without a doubt this is a very good feature-rich, good-looking mid-tower case for $70. Now I hope Aerocool is also going to make a large version of this case sometime soon. Although it's not 100% perfect, I'd definitely recommend this Aerocool Aero-1000 mid-tower case. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and visit nicholas11x12techx.com to see videos there earlier than on YouTube.